I continue my Agrarplans in English language, but when you see the Agrarplans part 1 in English, I give the link in Germany, and in Germany it's 40 part, and this is my language, and you must translate it in my real language in English, what I told you there, because it's very hard to talk in another language economy plan what I wrote in many books. For these economy plans, the Hungarian government tried to kill me over 7 years in the wood without documents, without food, and always send me murdering letters that I'm the last dirty Jew, and they question me why I was feel sorrow about the poor people and why I learn for the poor people, because for the government the poor people are like animals, like goyims, and such things they say on telephone, and all they talking are here in my court act on CDs and the letters and all the proof. And they try to kill me because I want to help the economy and the poor people. And Dr. Drabik János professor wrote also many books, and we have an email contact, and he said that the government are not feel sorrow about their own people. They have another plan to make people poorer, and just try to make one government, one digital CBCD money, and slavery all the people. And Dr. Drabik say they try to make from 7 million people the half with bio wars and anthrax wars and such a thing, because they not need it. They need just so many as they can give them work in their own big business. And this is against God's law. These plans where we help every nation. It was translated in German language, but the Germany people also not follow it. They follow Klaus Schwab. It's the same New World Order plan, because Klaus Schwab also have this New World Order plan that everybody lost their house, everybody lost their money, everybody lost their own shop. They try to slavery people under digital CBCD money, and this is against God's 10 big commandments. There is written, they not can make people poor and slavery people, and the money and the house what the people own, nobody can take it. Nobody can take it from them. This is the law, the biggest law, and what they make is against God's 10 big commandments. And when nobody listens God's plan, what I make, it's a shame. I continue here. This is the second part. This is the government in a country. Every government must make these plans, every government together, because when one country make these plans, one country will be rich and happy, and then the another poor country see that the one country will be rich and happiness is there, and every poor people will then live in this rich country, and everybody emigrated then in one country, and therefore it is not good. It's just good when every country make in the same time these plans in their own government. So they make in the government this five sector. No party. I not want to see party, because the party, as Dr. Drabik János said, is a professor, economic professor, that the New World Order allowed in the parliament a box match, that one party shot with another party. They make shutting parties in every government, and not have the economic system with this cabaret. And behind this cabaret, they make their own plans. They wait that everybody lost their house, their job, and they want to make a big crash. And when every country crash, they will give a plan that now it's time to create a digital world with digital money, but this money you cannot touch it. It's a point system, as in a prison, and this is against God's law. They make a cabaret in every government with lot of parties, just shut with each other, but no economy plan, and the people are become poorer, and the Hintergrundmacht, háttérhatalom, just wait and look about this cabaret. When everybody, where we make these plans, they have no chance to slavery the people and the nations. So the one sector is for economy, finance sector for money. There are sitting just people who study economy and mathematics. The second sector is for agroeconomy, for the cornfield and animals in the country. And the third sector is for hospital and health sector. And the fourth sector is for schools and Bildung. I don't know what is Bildung in English. Schools and university and kindergarten, everything what is under this Bildung sector. And the fifth sector is another things as theater or taxi or road problems, with train station problems. Another sector, every another problems comes here. Not one minister rule as a dictator, 5 ministers will sit here. These 5 ministers will read these 5 doctors' plans. They become emails, every day become emails, these 50 people in their own sector. These emails, what they become, when here enter an email, then these 50 people read this email, loudly they read this email, that one Opel shop or one big shop have a problem, they lost their money, somebody was steal it, or such a thing, or this sector become an email that a big flood was in one country in this country, and the big flood destroy every corn and what they can make it, and then read it loudly, and then together they say they have maybe 1 week to make plans how they can make this better, and the plans they give it, then after a week the 5 professor read all the plans, and the best one they give it the 5 minister, the best, just the best one, and then the best one will 5 ministers say, now we make these plans because this is the best one. Example, when a flood destroy a big cornfield in a country, then these people make plans. One man wrote here a plan that we must give them new field in another country, or when we not have a new field in another country, then we must give him money. And the other people wrote, then we must look in which country is not a flood and which country have too many corns, and this country who have too many corns, we must give it to the poor country where was a flood. And then these plans they give it here, the minister, and they wrote shortly, clearly the plans here, and then they read it and say, okay, at first we must look which country have too many corns, and then we give this country, we buy this country the corn and give it to the poor where was a flood. This is the best plan what we can make now. And so it works. And this system, now come the very big logic. Every country have in Europa, this is always in every country they have just one big capital city, and in the capital city sit the government. In Germany, is it in Berlin? In Berlin is the Reichstag, the parliament, the government. In Hungarian is Budapest, the capital city, and there is the parliament. In every Europa country, they have one big capital city, and the capital city have the parliament, and this is the parliament. This is the parliament, but I will show you in the another side here, this. This parliament have 5 sectors. Every country, every parliament have 5 sectors, not parties. 5 sectors. Economic sector, health sector, what I was show here. They must create 5 big email address. 5 big email address for every sector. D is Germany, Deutschland. For maybe the 4th sector or the 1 sector. Here is a number. D Germany, the sector, the number in which sector you send the email. In the finance sector, then is 1, and in agri sector is 2. So here is a number, and then parliament at Berlin. Berlin is the capital, and DE is Germany. And every country make the same email address. HU is Hungarian parliament. The sector, the number, 1, 4, 3 sector, parliament, and then Budapest, and HU is Hungarian. And the UK can make it. Every country make 5 big email address, 5 big email address for the sectors in the parliament in the capital city. There they become the biggest problem, what they must read in the parliament openly and make a big plans how they can help the people. But this one is a committee city. Now I will declare what I mean about this. This is a country, maybe Germany. Every country have committees in Europa. Hungarian have 16 media committee. Germany have also 16 committee, Bundesländer, and they must make it in every country minimum 10 media committee. This is a country, and this is the capital parliament. The capital is here with 5 sector email address. And then these committees, media, are example Bayern in Germany, Bayern, and the capital city there is München. And I live in Baden-Württemberg committee, Baden-Württemberg committee, and the capital city in this committee is Stuttgart. But in Hungarian they have also over 10 committees, megye, Bács-Kiskun megye, Csongrád megye, etc. And they must now in this sector, all the big city from the committees, München, Stuttgart, Hamburg, Dresden in Sachsen, Dresden, they must make 10 big committee parliament, 10 big committee parliament with the biggest city from the committees. And this system, what is here in parliament, this system with 5 sectors, all this big city must created in a Bürgerbüro, the same system. And these 10 cities, these 10 big cities work together as a small 10 parliaments with the capital. And now it come another address, one sector, München committee, DE, or two sector, Stuttgart committee, DE. So it's very important because these people in one committee must know how many people live exactly in this committee, how many people, and how many work, and how many are homeless, and they must have all the data. And they try to have at first here in this parliament, small parliament, just these people, not the other committees. One committee is like a small country, and then they not can have the people because it's impossible. Then they send an email in the capital parliament that we have a big problem, but we cannot do it. And this one, the smallest sector is in one committee. In one committee is a Dresden, and but here are live many small, very small towns and small cities, and they have a Bürgerbüro. Bürgerbüro. So Bürgerbüro. The people not can send at first a problem in the biggest capital city in a parliament. No. In the Bürgerbüro, where the people live, when somebody live in a small city, they must have a Bürgerbüro with 5 post sector address. Example D, 1 sector Leipzig Bürgerbüro.de. They have a problem. Example, a big storm was come and the shop, their own shop was destroyed, and then they send the problem at first in that city where they live, in the Bürgerbüro. A man who live in a city go in his own city in the Bürgerbüro, is a shop for humans, and wrote there at first email. When the Bürgerbüro, every Bürgerbüro have a Bürgermeister. A meister is like a minister. Say we have no help now, we have no money, we have no workers who can buy the new house for this man who lost the shop. Momentan we have no help for this man. Then this Bürgerbüro sent this problem to the capital committee, city Dresden. Dresden will have a own bank, what I will tell later. We have 10 banks in one country. And then they must have this man, they must have. When it's too big the problem, too big, when they not can help, but they will can help, but when maybe it's too big, then this parliament, Dresden, this can send it to the big parliament, but just the biggest problem, And this will be work. And now I will show in the third part. In the third part, I will everybody declare, or I don't know what is this, erklären. I will show why is important that every city, big committee city in a country, have a own bank with own bank painting. Druckerei is where you can paint and print money, because now every minister in a country, now in Europa, every minister in a country, as Dr. Drabik say, elvesztették a pénznyomtatásnak a jogát. When you translated this was a Dr. Drabik professor say, because I read all his books, economy books, as an economy diplomat. This means that the Federal Reserve Bank forbid every country to have own banks, to have own print money in a country, because they want to rule all the nation as a slaves, as a plebs. And this is a slavery system. And I wrote with Dr. Drabik against this system, because then now is a system that every minister in Hungary or in Germany or in France have no banks, and they not can decide how many money they can print for the people. They must ask the fucking Brussels And the Brussels are controlled by Fed and City of London Rothschild banker, because the Brussels is controlled about the biggest bankers, the Federal Reserve Bank and Rothschild. And then they decide, okay, you are a pleb, you are a slave from us, you need money. And they maybe give money a country, maybe they give money. But for this money, they must do just this, what they allow it. And when they allow this, it's always their own business, their own business. They not take care about the people in the country. They just make their own big business. They never give for people money. Never. Just for their own fucking shit. The trousers, what is so big, they have so many money, but for the people they never give money. And when they give maybe money, they say, but you must pay me back with since in maybe 10 years, you must pay me back this money. And then every country are poorer, because they must pay back 10 times this money what they give this country. And this system is big Babylon. This is what the Apocalypse 17 and 18 judge, that the kings just can be kings on the end time, when the kings serve this big Fed who control all the money on the earth, and the Fed will just give money, the kings, when they work together with this fucking system. And when they not want to work together with this fucking system, they not become power or money. And this system was judged God 2000 years ago. And it will sit in the sand, I will told them, because I wrote many books against them, many books with Dr. Drabik János, and they just make me shit and rule the mental sick goyims and people against me with MK Ultra Heart Project. They nothing know what I wrote. In their mental sick mind, they think I'm a bitch, because they can rule people with mental sick thinking. Even when I have never worked like this, I'm a diplomat and I live now over 20 years alone, All these people who thinking shit about me are MK Ultra goers from Heart Project, because the Heart Project are controlled by Fed Reserve bankers who are afraid